Hey y'all, Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. This is the next grip review, and it is on the Benjamin Marauder Field and Target in 22 cal. Now this one is available in 177, 22, and 25, though the 177 and the 25 are generally special order. So I've got the 22 caliber, and if you've ever had or shot the original Marauder and loved it, you might like this one or love this one even more because it has a few upgrades, like it's regulated. And there's more, but that's what the grip is all about, so let's grip it.
Big glass caps or paper targets, hunting game with devastating hits. Which air rifle am I reaching for? From 177 to a 50 big bore.
If you guys want to take part in supporting the GTA and Airgun web, be sure to stop over at patreon.com or Airgun Army and join the Officers Club. It's like $5 a month, where that helps us to be able to continue doing what we're doing and be able to accumulate extra products, extra equipment, to have more things to show you guys how they operate, how they function, their cons, their pros, all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to help support the GTA and Airgun web, please check out those two sites. You can become a Patreon, or you can become an officer at Airgun Army. And the thing about Airgun Army is super sweet. It's like a social media platform, but it's just airguns. So if you're a true airgunner, you love talking airguns with other airgunners, go join the Officers Club, go check out Airgun Army, and be a part of what GTA and Airgun web are doing. Thank y'all. Aesthetics. From butt to muzzle, the total length is 43 inches and the total weight is 8.2 pounds. It has a rigid rubber butt pad with a nice contour for the shooter's shoulder. Attached to the rubber butt pad is the gorgeous walnut stock with an adjustable cheek riser and a detailed stempeled grip and forearm with the Benjamin logo on the bottom of the grip. Before leaving the details of the stock, check it out. It's equipped with swivel studs for the ability to sling it. In front of the grip is the trigger guard that houses the two-stage adjustable match trigger and the manual push-forward safety. On the belly of the gun is the easy-to-read manometer, pressure gauge manometer, that shows a max fill pressure of 3,000 psi or 206 bar. If you needed to, or for some strange reason you wanted to fill it with a hand pump, you definitely could. Sitting oh so nicely in the walnut stock is the 215cc air cylinder equipped with a quick disconnect fill port. Yay! No fill probe necessary. Let's not ignore it does have a barrel band as well. Inside the barrel is the 20-inch rifled and shrouded Crossman barrel. Now Pyramid Air offers the Crossman barrel, or you can also get a Lothar Walther match barrel as an upgrade. So this one right here is the Crossman barrel. It is equipped with a threaded muzzle for the ability to moderate. Following the barrel back is the action. The Benjamin Marauder is a multi-shot ambidextrous bolt-action PCP, and upon request, just tell Pyramid Air you're a lefty and they would be more than happy to move the bolt from the right side of the gun to the left just for you. Above the action is the Picatinny optics rail. There are no open sights, so choose your optic and let's get to the range. All right, on to operation. So be sure your safety is engaged before doing anything. Mount your optic. I have the Hawk Vantage 30 4-16 by 50 mil-dot scope. Now this is a PCP, so we're going to need some air. Remove the dust cover from the fill port, then attach your Foster fitting to the fill port and fill to the max pressure of 3,000 psi. Bleed the valve and disconnect. Replace the dust cover to keep things clean. Now let's load the 10-shot rotary mag. Rotate the clear cover clockwise until it stops. Place your finger behind the hole and insert the first pellet head first. Then rotate the cover again counterclockwise, inserting the pellets in each slot until full. Pull the bolt to the rear position, insert the mag into the breech. Push the cocking lever to the forward position, take aim at your target, disengage the safety, and squeeze the trigger. Now, as you know, it is important to find this particular rifle, just like any other particular rifle or gun, their favorite ammo. Otherwise, you're not going to find great accuracy or performance at all. So that's the first order of business. What does the Benjamin Marauder like to eat? And I found at 25 yards, I did a dome pellet test, a hunting pellet test, and yes, I added a shot card, just slugs only. So from the dome card, is the JTS dead centers. Those were the absolute favorite. There were a couple close seconds, but JTS's did absolutely beautifully. So there was no question. Those are the favorite. From the hunting shot card, the best ones were the H&N Sport Barracuda Hunter Extremes. Absolutely beautiful. And then from the slugs, there was a couple that did good, and I figured I'll just take both of them back to 50 yards. Got the H&N Sport 23 grains and the NSA's 20.2 grain slugs. We're going to check those out and see how they do. So on to 50-yard accuracy.
$738. $740. $739. $739. $732. $730. $734. $732. $726. $638. $643. $638. $643.
Nice.
$642.
Little left.
$675.
Little left.
$679. $678.
They all did pretty good except for the NSAs. The NSAs, they gave me about 1.5 to 2 inch group, which is not something that I would be confident to take hunting. So the best slugs at 50 yards were definitely the H&N Sport 23 grain slugs. They did absolutely gorgeous. But the favorite ammo at 50 yards, I will have to give it to the H&N Sport Barracuda Hunter Extremes. Those ones did absolutely lovely, smaller than a dime size group there. All right, now that we've done the 50-yard accuracy and we found the favorite ammo, I won't be using the Barracuda Hunter Extremes for all the rest of the testing. I'll be using the JTS dead centers. So next up, let's find out about this trigger. It is a 2-stage adjustable match trigger, so let's see what we're going to get out of the box. The first result was 1 pound 10.3 ounces, and the second 1 pound 9.6 ounces, so about 1.5 pound trigger. And it is adjustable, so if you prefer, like me, one that's close to 1 pound, then you can definitely adjust it to that. If you'd prefer it to be where it is or go to 2 pounds, you can definitely do that too. So absolutely decent trigger on the Benjamin Marauder. All right, from full to empty. So with this test, we get several questions answered. First off, how many shots are we going to get from full to empty? Next up, what kind of velocity is it going to produce across that many shots? And then what kind of accuracy will it produce across the board? Oh, and I'm using the JTS Dead Center pellets for this test. Shot 1 produced 723 feet per second. And halfway through at shot 45, yeah guys, do the math, halfway through at shot 45, I got 736. And the very last shot, which is 90, good job on the math, I got 696. Now at shot 85, I did meet the beginning velocity. The beginning velocity was 723, like I said. So generally what I do is whenever I wind up around that same velocity, that's my shot count. But I just had to finish the 10-shot mag. I just couldn't help it. So I would say more so 85 shots, and you'll see when we show you the accuracy. But first, so with that 90 count shot string, I got an average FPS of 738 with a max of 761 and a minimum of 696, giving an extreme spread of 65 and a standard deviation of 12. Now that is over 90 shots, and the average foot-pounds of energy is 22. So definitely a small gamer. So I know you guys are like, wow, that's a lot of shots, but what does the accuracy look like? Well, check it out. I would say from shot 1 all the way to about 80 everything looks pretty similar. Now the last mag, it did deviate to the left a little. So there was a point of impact change on the last mag, but before that, it was all pretty much the same. Before we leave the discussion of velocity, what about the max velocity? Now I used the hobbies, which are a lead pellet, but they're 11.9 grain, and the manufacturer claimed 850 feet per second, but I got 883. Isn't that cool? All right, what about backyard friendliness? Is this guy okay in anybody's backyard? Well, I don't know. That's up to you and the laws to where you live. But let's find out how loud this thing is or how quiet it is. At the muzzle, from the shooter's perspective, and then 20 yards away. So first result at the muzzle, I got 85.2 and 82.8. Yeah, that's quiet. Then we'll bring it back to my perspective, the shooter. The first shot gave me a reading of 76.4. What? 76.4? And the second, 79.3. Wow. That's pretty quiet. And then from the neighbor's perspective, or a squirrel at 20 yards away, 78 and 76.4. So I guess it's kind of a silly question. Is it backyard friendly? Well, yeah, it's probably one of the quietest unmoderated air guns I've shot in a very, very long time. Okay, so now that we're done with sound, we've got another test to do, which I love, offhand. How will we do together offhand? Let's find out. So during this offhand, lighten up a little bit, please. This is just for fun. It's not a cut to the gun, not at all. Some air guns I can offhand beautifully, some I cannot. Some that I don't offhand well, Harold from Iguana Lifestyles is a master, or Rick from Airgun Web is a master. But just because I can't do it well doesn't mean that it's a cut to the gun. The offhand segment of the GRiP reviews, remember, they are just for fun. Oh, right beside it. Oh, I so thought I had that one. There we go. Sweet. Oh, I missed that one. Nice. Hold on, Blue. Let me shoot you before you fall over. Oh, right beside it. There we go. To live to tell the tale. So as offhander, yeah, absolutely. Why not? That was fun. I love shooting chalk. It's one of my most favorite targets because it does that every time. So cool to look at. All right, guys, so that's it for the testing. Now let's move on to cons and pros. Are there any cons? I thought long and hard about this one, and there is one. There is one. And maybe it's not like a universal con. Maybe it's just an AA con. I really don't like the manual safety right there in front of the trigger. I don't like the blade safety. I just think it can feel like a trigger sometimes, or the trigger can feel like the safety sometimes. It's just a little bit too close to the same thing, and I just don't like that. So maybe that's more of a personal thing. So maybe it should be in the con section. But that's all I could find, guys. I had to find something. On to pros. This is a great looking air rifle. When I first pulled it out the box, oh, just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I know everybody has their own opinion, but it has a beautiful walnut, I think it's beautiful, walnut stock with the stempling on the grip and the forearm, and of course the detail for the Benjamin on the bottom of the grip. It's got the adjustable cheek riser to suit each shooter's comfortability, if that's a word. The rubber butt pad has got a nice contour to fit you perfectly. It's got the swivel studs so that you guys can sling it, those of us that like to go hunting. The easy to read manometer is on the belly of the gun, which is definitely a lot better than being right there by the muzzle, I believe anyways. Then it has the Foster fitting fill port, the quick disconnect fill port, so no need for a probe. The air cylinder a max pressure of 3000 psi, which is actually really cool because you can get several fills from a tank, as well as the ability to hand pump it if necessary, or if you're just weird like that, that's fine too. They give you a couple options for barrels. I've got the Crossman barrel. It is rifled, it is shrouded, or you can get the Lothar Walther match barrel. It's got the pick rail. The old one had the dovetail. This one has the pick, so that's definitely a sweet thing. The bolt action is ambidextrous. Just let Pyramid Air know, hey guys, I'm a lefty. They'll fix it up for you. It's accurate. It's extremely accurate. And I think it actually shot multiple slugs better than it shot any of the pellets. So that was pretty surprising. Extremely quiet, extremely quiet. I know Rick likes to compare things, or at least he used to like to compare things to a mouse fart. I've never heard a mouse fart. This might be a little bit louder than that. Not much though. So it's super quiet, meaning backyard friendly, accurate, just a joy to shoot. Guys, that's going to be it for the Benjamin Marauder Field and Target in 22 cal. I'm Airgun Angie. Thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all don't just have a good day, have an awesome one. See ya. And you thought they were gonna live, right? Absolutely not. Nice. See? See? Just a couple more pellets, that's it.